Well, hello, gang. Ryan from Mana Bluff here. Another M14 draft. What do we open? Domestication. That's a fine card. So is Corrupt. So is Phantom Warrior. Nothing particularly crazy, though. Messenger Drake, good in blue also. A Cursed Spirit in black. I don't think there's any clear, like, whoa, slam pick. Domestication, though, is kind of fun, especially as a rare, and I do think you can get a really nice 2-for-1 out of it. But I also think Messenger Drake is just more consistently awesome. Corrupt, I kind of like picking early just because it is fun to go deep on the all-black plan, but I've been doing that quite a bit lately, doing a lot of black-red. So I'm kind of like, meh. Probably the right pick is Messenger Drake, just out of the consistent parallel card, but I think I'm going to take Domestication for the bluesies, funsies. Know that I'm passing blue and a bit of black, and really nothing else. Green's horrible, white's blah, Steelform Sliver's okay, but certainly not amazing. And there's nothing in red. So yeah, we'll start there. Start down the blue path, which everyone likes. I'm going to keep on the blue path with Opportunity, so that's pretty okay. Kind of bummed that I'm still passing blue, considering that my first pack had blue in it, and that people are going to be jumping in with that Messenger Drake and the Phantom Warrior. But whatever, we'll cut them hard. At least that's the game plan. Active Treason, Pitchburn Devils for the Sacrifice deck. Giant Growth, not awesome, but it looks like blue and black is going to be pretty much to our left. I can't see anyone else, unless they open an initial bomb, really picking up anything particularly strong. But yeah, I'm slamming Opportunity for sure. Gosh, and the black cards continue to be the best along with blue. I could take the Disperse here, but I don't think I just need it. There's so many of that. Same with Illusionary Armor. These are cards that you don't need to take this early in a draft. I think it's better to take up the more powerful cards early. Nightmare is pretty good. Again, it's more on that mono black deck, or at least the heavy black deck, and right now that's clearly not what I'm doing. But I still think at a 6-drop you'll still pretty regularly, even in a blue-black deck, get some strong value out of it, over, like, say, in a Cursed Spirit, which is always consistent and fine. I don't really want to move into white for either of the Sentinels here. They're pretty underwhelming, as is white just in general. Candy Minotaur, same deal. I think if I was just going to stay on blue, I'd just take the Disperse here. Yeah, if black continues to flow, I'm happy to have a Nightmare and go into these colors. I'll take the Trained Condor here. Predatory Sliver is awesome, but I think Trained Condor is also very good, and I want to cut blue hard and want to stay to blue. And hey, who knows, maybe we'll get that mono blue deck. Yeah, besides that, it's really just between that and Predatory Sliver, and since I think they're comparable in their decks, I don't need to jump into another color. Yeah. Dark Prophecy. Not a fan, but if you can get a sweet gimmick deck going, it's pretty cool. I just watched Josh Frankel from DraftMagic.com, otherwise known as Soulbush, do a really sweet draft. If you ever get a chance, go check out draft number 10 on DraftMagic.com. That's his really fun deck, and he uses Dark Prophecy. Pretty okay, I've got to say. Here, though, I mean, what, I just take a Trollhide or a Sentinel Sliver? I could stay on blue, but I'm not really interested in either of those cards. I can stay on black just to cut it, but I'm really not looking. I think Dark Prophecy is only good in the life gain or sacrifice deck, and with blue, that ain't what I'm doing. Well, we saw a little bit of late green. I'll take the Trollhide. I like green-blue in general. And, yeah, again, not looking to go into Sentinel Slivers for any reason in white. Master Diversion, though, is actually pretty good. Blue's totally drying up. Barrage of Expendables, pretty fun in that black-red sacrifice deck. Surprised to see that it's that open, considering it's probably the premier deck, and that's what's been really sort of doing well, at least for me, in this format, but I don't really want to go there. I'm just going to take up the white now. White tends to be open because no one likes it anyway, and I think Master Version is better than Griffin Sentinel, especially if I want to keep maybe a little bit of an aggression on in the blue-white flyer deck. So yeah, we'll take it over like a Ranger Skyle or just some random black card, because I'm not even looking to go black. Whew, but here's a late Root Walla, which is kind of what I was seeing in some of the late green, so I'm going to take that and start kind of moving in on green. I think it's better than any of the other cards here, for sure, so boom. Glimpse of the Future I really don't like, but if I already have one Opportunity, and I'd rather have Divination than Glimpse of the Future, so I'm not going to jump on it. I'm trying to decide, let's see, Ranger Scowl is actually a fine trick. Lay of the Land, though, is also like okay in different decks, especially if you're splashing. I think I can get the tricks I need. Lay of the land, you just don't always get, not because people always want them, but just because they're not always there. And yeah, I'd rather hedge that way. Here's that next lay of the land. So I'll take the strong sideboard card over the Brindlebore, which I do not care about. Dark Favor coming back, I don't think is a strong signal that I should go back into black. And again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be cut fairly hard from the next pack. Yeah, pretty solid in blue-green. Definitely playing blue with my first couple picks. Just sad that it dried up, and I think it's going to be wickedly overdrafted because I'm assuming people to my left are also going to be in there, so would like to have jumped out of that earlier, but I don't think I saw anything that made me do that. I think green, the only strong signal I saw so far was this Root Walla, and that white was open, because white's always open. But none of those cards were strong white, so I didn't really care. Except for this Master Diversion, which I like. Beats, beats, beats. Cool, and the Giant Growth table, which again makes me really think that green's open. There wasn't any other strong green card in the pack, and the fact that it's still here is pretty good. Could take Illusionary Armor, because it does have a huge upside, but I think I'm fine with jumping on solid green. I think that's going to be the only color that I see a lot of anyway. There's that Ranger's Guile. And yeah, so as predicted, we have our tricks. If we need to, we can start going kind of deep on multiple colors with Verdant Haven. Cut the Blessing. No one plays it. Goodbye. I have my Naturalize. I don't need more. Yeah, I don't really see Nightmare happening. The casting cost is splashable, but then you have a 1/1 for 6 at flying, and that's no fun. Not really a Nightmare. More like a night disturbance. A bump of the night. Oh wait, that actually is a card, never mind. Hee. So let's just open some Insane Blue. No, instead the best card here, Banisher Priest by a mile. Definitely don't want Sanguine Bond. I don't want to move in. There's absolutely no blue in this pack. That's kind of interesting, and basically no green. So actually, I'm going to take the Banisher Priest since white was fairly open. Maybe I end up just being in a green-white deck. I'm not excited for that, but that's how drafts go sometimes. And I'm not looking to pick up a Diabolic Tutor or anything. I think that really only matters if you have like a combo-y deck, and that ain't what I have. So yeah, Banisher Priest, good pick. Wouldn't mind if it was more first pick and I had been on the white plan, but for now, there you go. Let's take the best card out of the pack. Cut it from the white person. Now, if I get past like a Sarah Angel or a Pacifism, maybe I'll start moving into white. Essence Scatter is the best card, especially if I want to kind of force this blue thing still. I just got to tell you that that's not happening. I don't think it's going to come in this pack, and I didn't see it in the last pack. I picked up these first and second, and then blue was just gone. Whereas I think white's going to be open, and Industry and Signals going white-green, I think it's going to be better. Charging Griffin, I don't think is that awesome, but hey, maybe we'll get into a pretty sweet aggressive deck. We have the Banisher, we have Diversion, Root Walla, and now we'll have the Griffin, so it could end up working pretty well in our favor. With a couple of tricks already in hand, we're fine. But yeah, so that's something to think about if I could have this Essence Scatter, and if that was the right call. Let's follow up with the draft as we move forward. Yay, green! Yeah, not seeing any blue besides this Disperse. No strong white, but I'm happy to get this Rumbling Baloth online over the Voracious Worm or a second Giant Growth for sure. That's a slam for us. For myself, I should say. Green-white, not exactly a fun, exciting color combination, but if those are the colors that are open and you just have a nice, consistent deck, wins can happen. So, I'm not bummed. I'm just not stoked. I've really been wanting to try out a mono green deck, or even, hey, Sarah Angel, yay, and Celestial Fair. Wow, this pack's insane. But pretty much clear that moving into the right colors here, seeing as we saw white in the first pack and now we're getting this bomb super late, I would be happy with the Celestial Flare or this Elvish Mystic. I think those are the next picks here. Probably take the Elvish Mystic over the Flare, even though in green-white I kind of need removal, so maybe it's better to take the Flare. And then, but I'd be happy with either of these tabling. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I mean, every single one of these cards is playable. That's what's sad, with Divine Favor being kind of the weakest of the links. But I'm pretty much anticipating one of these 4 cards coming back, so that's awesome. Wow, Late Shutter's average, so I guess no one's red either. Yeah, maybe people really are blue and black to the left of me. But Sarah Angel, and then, wow, okay. Dang, I'm really bummed that these are in the same pack, because I'm passing this Banisher Priest, and then someone else is going to probably jump into white because of it. But same thing, man, we're just getting hooked up with the white right now, so we're going to hide all of these guys. Now I do wish I had some of those Sentinel Slivers, mayhaps. But I'm not passing Pacifism. It's definitely better than Banisher Priest. But dude, I'll take any of these. Amazing. There's Angelic Accord, but we're not doing the life gain deck despite being in white. We're going to take Rumbling Bailout instead and load up on some really sweet creatures. I would like a Hunt the Weak or two now that I'm in the colors that wants it. Yeah. And we're going to keep going aggro. Big dudes with some removal. Yes, please. Goodbye. Verdant Haven. We have the Troll Hide to suit up and finish, but at this point we're looking to play some strong 3-drops and start bashing in with our dudes. And Charging Griffin is just better than Griffin Sentinel anyway. Plenty of 4-drops. Just want to see more of these late pacifisms. Hollow Knight pack. I'm going to be too much white to make it relevant. Oromancer, I have a Troll Hide right now, and that's about it. I mean, yeah, Pacifism Enchantment, but that's not really regularly in your graveyard if all had gone to plan. Anyway, yeah, it's good if there's a sacrifice out. But also, I think you get the Oromancer. At least for my deck, since I don't want a lot of Oromancers, I think I will get the Oromancers with how open white is anyway. But this is not what my deck wants to be doing at the moment. My deck wants to be putting a lot of pressure on, so a second Troll Hide will be fine. Not really a huge fan of playing 2 Troll Hides, but whatever. I could take another combat trick, but already having Giant Growth and Ranger's Guile and probably getting more, I don't need to load up on them. I actually am somewhat short on creatures. Yeah, I hate Brindlebore and Stonehorn Chanter, but we're looking just to go super sweet, efficient, quick evasion and power. So I'll take the Brindlebore to fill up the 3-drop slot. Same with the Capuchin Knight, we'll just get a 2-drop online. I don't need a second Lay of the Land, probably not even playing the first one, because my only powerful sideboard cards right now, there's that Voracious Worm. Powerful sideboard cards are double blue, so it's not going to help much. So the next pack is where I'm really kind of hoping for some love, and we got it, these two. So someone took the Giant Spider in green over the Advocate or the Elvish Mystic. I think Elvish Mystic is always better than Giant Spider, unless someone already had like 3 Elvish Mystics, but can you really have too many? And then someone jumped in on that Celestial Flare also. I'm stoked to have the Elvish Mystic. Let's see, I already have a Naturalized for the sideboard. I don't care that much about life gain besides Voracious Worm, so I'll just take another 5. And actually, Siege Mastodon tends to do pretty okay. And hey, look, Solemn Offering we got anyway. I think I'm only scared of that Banisher Priest being passed and someone else maybe jumping on that white bandwagon, because if I can still be in these open colors, I'm going to be in pretty good shape. 2-drops are weak, but that's just the format in general, so who really cares? And we get to shore that up with a Deadly Recluse pick here. We're going to hide the Lay of the Land. I got the fixing I need in the Verdant Haven and Lay of the Land in the sideboard, so we're fine. Of course, in these colors, removal is just going to be at a premium at this point. I just need that, and I can't play Liturgy. Brave Elements is okay. I actually have a couple of decent white cards, but I don't think it's better than Deadly Recluse, because this will actually act as my removal spell. With only a Pacifism so far and a Banisher Priest, I totally need that. And again, I'm looking for Hunt the Weak. Good pack though. Phantom Warrior, Brave, Shiv's Embrace, Divination, Liturgy of Blood, and a bunch of other playables minus, Fog, Angelic Wall, Seismic Stop. Although Seismic Stop can get there. Happy to take my Deadly Recluse here. Spore Mound is a decent 5-drop, so maybe I'm grabbing it. I don't need a 3rd Troll Hide. Claustrophobia, easily best card of the pack. Again, Oromancer I'm really not looking to do, and I might even get one later. Don't need the Capuchin Knight. Oh, Claustrophobia, how beautiful you are. Yeah, the person to the right of me isn't blue, but we kind of knew that when they passed Opportunity. I don't think you really pass Opportunity if you're blue, unless you take Jace first, right? I mean, that's the only thing you take over it. But I'm assuming the person 2 seats to my right is blue, seeing as right after that, all blue dried up. Yeah, I'm not excited for Spore Mound being the second pick, just like I wasn't really stoked for Deadly Recluse, but that's all there is in the colors, and I'm not going to go back to blue, seeing as with our Elvish Mystic, Romping Blast, and Root Walla, our green are strong creatures, and with Pacifism and Serra Angel, it's better than what our blue could do for us. Ooh, what a beautiful pack. Briar Pack Alpha might normally be a contender against Pacifism, just because it's just such an easy 2-for-1. But I have good 4-drops, to be honest, and I really just need removal, and of course Pacifism is premium. I would love it if this Deadly Recluse came back. I'm not expecting to see the Briar Pack Alpha. Probably more than anything, I'm just going to see the Sentinel Sliver. And because this pack isn't as deep, having 2 of these staffs. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to see anything back from this pack. But I'm happy I got that second Pacifism for sure. Ooh. Okay, so Predatory Sliver is actually pretty alright. The thing is, this late in the draft, we don't have any other slivers, so it could just be a 2-2, depending upon if I see like a Sentinel Sliver or another Predatory Sliver come online. And Master of Diversion and Woodborne Behemoth are definitely picks that are cards that matter. If Predatory Sliver is just a 2-2, then these cards are way better in what we're doing. I don't need the 5, though this Woodborne Behemoth is better than the Siege Mastodon, so I wouldn't mind replacing that. I'm really looking not to play these 2-drops, but again, I have them if I need them over the Predatory Sliver. It's more like if I pick up more slivers, that's awesome. I think with what my deck is trying to do, I'm going to take the Master of Diversion here. I'm looking to go aggressive and big, and I think it's what my deck wants synergistically. If I end up seeing a bunch more slivers, then I might be a little bit bummed that that's what I took. Here, there's absolutely nothing in the pack. I think we're just going to cut the Time Ebb. I already have a Solemn Offering. No one cares about any of the rest of the cards. I mean, slivers, whatever. But yeah, we'll just cut the Time Ebb from somebody. Oh, here's the Hunt the Weak, which I want. Manawaf Sliver, though, is pretty good. I have good creatures, though. It's a pretty decent... I don't need to fix anything. It just helps me ramp. But I already have an Elvish Mystic. And again, we're kind of just low on removal spells. And in my deck, I think the Hunt the Weak will be good to kind of, you know, kill something and keep the tempo going. I'm kind of looking just to play with 2 Master Diversions, Charging Griffins, and big dudes. A tempo game at this point. Yeah, normally Manawaf Sliver is better than Hunt the Weak, but for what my deck needs right now, I don't need creatures, I need Hunt the Weak, so we're going to grab that now. And another Giant Growth, which I'll probably just replace Ranger Skyle with, because I do think it's that much better. Normally it's fine to have a 1-in-1 of each of these combat tricks, and Ranger Skyle is perfectly great to sideboard against decks with a whole lot of targeted removal or targeted issues because of the hexproof, but on the surface level what my deck's trying to do, I want Giant Growth. Whew, that's really late in Thalia Sea Kite. I'm happy to just take the Dawnstrike Paladin, I guess. Or do I? I'm not necessarily main decking the Dawnstrike Paladin. If that's the case, if I want a sideboard card, the Wall of Swords is going to be a better sideboard card. So I think I am going to grab it. I'm going to probably want this more often than I want a Dawnstrike Paladin from the sideboard. If I didn't have the Siege Mastodon, I'd pick up the third 5-drop here, because I think Dawnstrike Paladin is more main deckable than Siege Mastodon, but I don't need it, and I'd rather have some strong sideboard tech against some flyers, because my flyers, Griffin is good for me getting in, but all I have is Deadly Recluse and the Serra Angel to deal with other people's flyers. The Charging Griffins don't really trade well. I think I'm just going to cut the Phantom Warrior. The commons don't matter, and Oath of Ancient. I mean, I have 2 Troll Hides and 2 Pacifism. But my 3-drop slot, I really want to be playing one of my creatures, not necessarily this Oath. I don't know, maybe this was the right... Maybe I should take an Oath of Ancient. I have 4 enchantments? I think now I do take the Auramancer. I don't really want another Capuchin Knight. And having 2 Pacifism and 2 Troll Hides now, I mean, this might make the main deck. Definitely will come out of sideboard if my opponent's playing a lot of removal. Whoa, Divination. Did everyone jump out of blue? Maybe everyone read the signals kind of correctly. I don't know. So many staffs. Staves? Staves. Staffs, staves, staffaroos. So I think we have just a solid deck. A lot of good pressure with a lot of strong creatures early on. And some decent removal since we got to pick up that second Pacifism and the Hunt the Weak. Certainly not awesome, but in green, white, what more could you hope for? Probably more Sir Angels. I'll see a deck. Okay, so here's the breakdown, and the deck pretty much built itself. You'll see this is just the initial layout with creatures and spells. There's a Ranger's Guile on the sideboard, a Romancer Wall of Sword, and some hates over here. The Oromancer I don't think makes the main deck because I only have 4 enchantments. I say only, but that's not a whole lot unless you're in the enchantment deck. And on top of it, technically all 4 of these enchantments aren't really quick into the graveyard enchantments. If I'm playing my Troll Hides right, I have Regeneration up, so they don't always get gone. Most of the time, they are best removed as a 2-for-1 with like a Claustrophobia or said Pacifisms. And also Pacifisms, except in the Sacrifice deck, tend to stay on the board as well. So Oromancer isn't really regularly hitting anything. I have plenty of creatures and plenty of 3-drops. The only lame-o card here is the Brindleboar. Who knows, maybe I just turn my Voracious Form into something huge. If I had a little bit stronger 2-drops, or maybe like 2 Predatory Slivers would be nice to have pulled out the Worm and the Capuchin Knight, because then you have the 3/3s online. But that's okay. They're still decent 2-drops, and with my aggression that I'm hoping to have, I do want to have a Worm or a Capuchin Knight online. You're doing a ping with a Master Diversion or something. Keeping the double Giant Growths in, like I said during the draft, because I think Ranger's Guile will just be the sideboard card against heavy removal decks. And then of course my Artifact and Enchantment Hate. Certainly main deckable, but I kind of like my game plan of just going go creatures, attack, win. And then we'll bring these in against anything super powerful, like the combo deck or the sacrifice deck. And yeah, so there really wasn't any interesting decisions there. I think it's pretty straightforward. Again, Wall of Swords, like I said in the draft, is the sideboard card. And yeah, I mean, we have a couple of doubles here. I think 9/8 is still the correct split. I want Elvish Mystic online first, over, say, making sure the Banisher Priest. A lot of times the Banisher Priest won't come down on turn 3. And if that's the case, then we have a little bit more on the double green than the double white. So it's just a touch, but I think that'll be good. Yay! Simple deck. Round 1, here we go!